DAX presentation that we host Monday to Friday here at 9 a.m. London time. I'm going to provide you guys with a quick update on markets such as Eurodollar, Bitcoin, gold, crude oil, and the DAX 30. If you're watching this on YouTube, then this is a market update that takes place in the live trading room here at TradeCaptain.com. And what is TradeCaptain all about? TradeCaptain is all about providing traders and people interested in finance market updates on key levels to watch, key stories to watch, and also educational content such as webinars and articles that supports you in your trading. Okay, let's begin. But before we start, as always, I need to stress that trading financial markets unfortunately is risky. There's no guarantee that we're going to make money by trading, and unfortunately there's no guarantee that you're going to make money by watching this presentation. So please ensure that you read the risk disclosure statement here at the bottom so you know more about the risks involved when trading financial markets. Okay, we'll begin, and we're going to begin with not the Euro CAD, but with the Euro versus the USD. And the market is short-term bullish, without a doubt. The market took out this downward sloping trend line, took out some of the highs, moved to the upside. But as I said over the last day or so, is that up here, we don't want to be a buyer. Why? Because the overall trend or at these highs, people have sold in the past, right? So we want to buy at lower levels where the risk-reward ratio is better. So what I said yesterday, instead of the price could bounce from 123.80, right now the market is at 124, and it tried to challenge that low again, and I think that ideally it's probably gonna go a little bit lower, maybe to 123.60, but from pretty much 123.60, and as long as you trade above this short-term low, which is the 122.84 level, I suspect the market is gonna try to carve out a low, head to the high, and then maybe even challenge the 125.22 level. All right. There are some challenges and problems with this market, and the first one, well, this is actually the only problem with it, is the fact that it's trading sideways. So I see the trend is bullish above this level, but it's not like the strongest low to work with. It's a little bit like a 5-minute chart. You know, you have lows and highs there all the time, but they don't necessarily get respected. I don't think this level is going to be as weak, but if one is trading, I think it makes sense to be more careful, just because the lack of a strong trend. Of course, though, there are other things to trade. You know, you can buy the euro against other markets, where the euro is actually gaining and having a nice trend. Here's the price of Bitcoin, and when we were trading down here, I said, you know, if we go up, traders are gonna sell, and they did sell, and the stop loss level was stopped here. That level has now been reduced a little bit, so we're working with the 92.55 level, and we're in a bit of a profit here. This market could easily swing back up to the same sell level, which is, you know, 8,211 all the way up to 9,255. But I suspect you're going to sell here, target the March low, take out the March low, and we can head even lower. If you're more interested in technical analysis, then I did publish, or Yuri actually published a setup in Litecoin that you can read today. Is a new one, and as well yesterday I published an update on Litecoin. So Litecoin, I was bearish from these levels, and I said the market could head down to the low, and we hit that target. And the reason why I'm showing you Litecoin specifically is because you can see Litecoin yesterday when I published this is very, very close to its March low. And when something comes this close to a low, most likely you're gonna take that low out, which means if you take this out, we could decline down to $119 per coin. And Bitcoin is really one of the strongest coin right now. But if you see other coins like Litecoin, Dash, IOTA, Ethereum, all starting to trade below their March low, then it wouldn't surprise me as well if Bitcoin would tag along and decline. Here is the price of crude oil. The market is short-term bullish. You might remember we turned bullish down here for this to head to the upside. I was waiting for a pullback. Unfortunately, I was not giving that opportunity. But now we are working with a pullback. Technically, the trend is short-term bullish above 64. The level I'm watching is this level here, so the low from March 22nd, which should be, I think, yes, Thursday last week. And I'm bullish between 65.10 and 64. So looking at a risk of $1.10. If we bottom out here, I think we can head up to the high. For now, I mean, I'm gonna stick to this. There's obviously a little bit of concern when the market had rallied as much as it has that maybe this level's not gonna hold. But there's no point getting worried about something that hasn't happened yet. So I'm gonna stick to my outlook and just be bullish over 64. Here's the price of gold. Gold here as well. We talked about buying down here and for the market to head up to the middle. And the market did head up to the middle and then continue to push to the upside. We have a bit of a bullish trend in the short term. We got a low here at 1,306, followed by another low here at 1,324. And now the market is correcting because we don't want to be buying up here. I mean, this is where people sell. So this is where people book profits. So if you want to get involved, you need a bit of a pullback. I think 1,333 would make sense. I think this is a corrective phase. Again, much like the euro, this is not the strongest or the best low to put a stop loss, but it is a low and it's a short-term sort of setup. So hopefully down and then just heads back up to the high. Finally, this is the German DAX, and the German DAX is bearish. We've been bearish for quite some time. We're bearish from these levels here. Market moved to the downside. Down here is an opportunity to book profits, and if one looks to sell again, if you're looking for this bearish trend to continue, then I think you would probably be better off waiting for a bounce to 12,151 euros per contract, and then potentially roll over here, hit the low. The alternative is to we take out this level, but stock markets in general, like the Nasdaq 100 and the S&P, are all bit oversold. So I think it's only if we have some bad news like Donald Trump's trade wars or anything like that that is going to trigger this other decline here in this market. So unless we have that, I think it could easily be like a false decline and then just goes up. So I would be very careful with selling here. It will become interesting to sell, but when the market is straight sideways for a bit longer. And those are the main markets. Let's see if we have anything coming up in the economic calendar today. US GDP data in 4 hours and 20 minutes. That's always interesting. Only issue is that's from the fourth quarter and we're just about to end the first quarter. So this is probably the second, if not the third estimate. So even though it's highlighted as highly volatile, most likely will not. Why? Because this is like either the second or the third update, which means that this is not going to deviate too much. Something though that people do like to watch, but again I don't think it's going to be a major difference, is these two, because they are inflationary, or not inflationary, but they are inflation figures. So not too much unless you're trading crude oil. Not too much happening today, so you just stick to the trends. Nothing really here that's gonna end the trends that we and kind of cost the markets across the levels we just showed you. What else? We have a big webinar coming up on April 10th, so we pushed it back a little bit. This is a great opportunity if you want to learn more about what I'm watching in April. So I'm gonna take a look at 2-3 good ideas which I'll find in the market and present these guys to you all for free. And it's very straightforward. You just sign in to Trade Captain. You can find that. Let me just log out. Here, education, webinars, and you can sign up. It's free to join. Good opportunity to learn more. I don't know if you know, but obviously I do have I do offer more in-depth analysis, and I usually do this for a money fee. But with Trade Captain and Amana Capital, we're offering this special webinar here, which is totally free of cost. Instead of the normal £100 a month, that is what I usually charge for a small group of people that are interested in what I'm trading, sort of the setups I'm watching. So great opportunity to get this for free, to understand a little bit more. Great educational stuff. Click on education and webinars for more on that. For more technical analysis, click up here. I'm going to be uploading more updates today. I think today we're going to take a look at dollar yen, Ripple, maybe euro yen, pound yen, and if we have time, Australian dollar versus the New Zealand dollar. This is going to be a full day today with a lot of technical analysis. We just uploaded 3 setups here by Yuri, so check them out. It gives you a good idea, and as well you have other stuff here that I uploaded. Just click on load more here. Easiest way, just click on technical analysis here on the top. You see more here. You can subscribe to our Twitter page. On the very bottom, you're gonna find us, Trade Captain CPT. In here, you'll find all of our updates that we do during the day. Okay, guys, have a good day, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Thanks.